Oh, I was telling you guys that I was trying to fix Streamlabs. That I know now why you guys always say that I'm completely over on the one side, because it's not showing the rest of my other side of my room, like where I'm sitting. So I moved it over a little bit, but it's still not the way it should be. And I'm trying to see if it's flipped around or what, but at least it's letting me go back and forth between the scheduling, and now I'm just trying to figure out how to get just the live view, because I only just want the live view. I don't want both views. Like you don't know what I'm talking about now, but let me see here. I think I do it here. That's when I want to edit. Here, we got that, and then I can transfer. Let's not worry about this now, right? No. And I don't know why, like, my head is... Okay, there, I have to move myself down here. Because my head is all cut off, too. Alright. I feel like I'm hitting my head on... Okay. Now it's a little better, I think. Let me see. Okay, if I can just figure out how to get... this to the all right, I'm not going to worry about this right now. All right, so guys, let me we're going to oh my god, I'm so loud right now. Everybody's just sorry, it's really loud, so I didn't want you to get your eardrums blown out. All right, because it's we're getting some... Hi, hey, B Lady Apiary. I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you, B Lady Apiary? Are you in New York? Is your name Carol? Why do I... Or... Did you go to high school in Allendale? I'm just wondering if you're the B Lady AP area that I know, like really know. You're beekeepers, I know that, but did you go to high school in New Jersey? Okay. Maybe I know you from a long time ago from here then, but it's really funny that you have that name, because I swear that one of my sister's friends is does the bees too, and you didn't go to high school in New Jersey? Maybe I know you from ages ago over here too, right? Probably. Small family, homeschooling, and okay. I'm thinking of Wildlife too. I remember now. That's the name, Wildlife, where Wildlife is. Okay. So anyway, wow, that's transitioning a lot. Okay. Today we're going to talk about some stuff. Hello to Scooter, about this Maya thing. Scooter, have you heard about this newest thing about juror number 1? So the way juror, okay, there's a lot coming out about juror number 1. Nope, sorry, not East New York. East New York. East New York. Tell me what East New York. I'm not good with. Is it you in the Albany area or something? You start with that north, south, west, and east. Okay, well, apparently, I'll just show it to juror number 1's notes have come up, and let me just put them up here. Juror number 1. Juror number 1's notes have come up, and they are interesting with the way I have heard so many stupid things on YouTube. I have heard, how would someone know what a certain symbol would be if they didn't live through this? I'm telling you, you can't even repeat this stuff. And then someone said, oh, yeah, he's Polish. Okay, he knows. Because apparently only people that are Polish would know this, or people that are Jewish, or, like nobody else would know anything about the Third Reich or anything like that. Nobody would know anything about Nazi Germany, and these were people in the legal profession saying this. Okay. All right. I hope we're all not like Melanie Griffith, who was not even aware of how many people were killed in the Holocaust, and then said 6 million people. That's a lot of people. Anyway, let me get to... There's also, oh yeah, some news station. Oh, Scooter, you've got to see this one. And I'm sorry, okay? We will accept your viewpoints. If you are so happy of what's happened over there with that $261 million that the Kowalewski family has been awarded, and it's great, then it's wonderful. Some of us have some kind of questions and issues, and really don't think it's so over the top that it appears there's something going on between jurors, and at least some of the jurors with conflict of interest.
Well, if they get 200 million, 12 jurors, it's $1 million each. It's dropping a bucket.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so anyway, and all we're doing is raising some questions. But if you, on the other hand, think it's just great and you want to come up here and talk about that, that's fine, as long as you're civil, and that's fine. But it seems anyone that questions this or says anything about this is being attacked. And we're no strangers to being attacked. But so yeah, but there are people that see things like this, and it was becoming very cultish. And somebody posed a really good question today and said, and I've long said it, okay, when I covered the Chris Watts case, there were people that became so focused on NK and finding her, saying that she had something to do with it, bringing her, it was like a witch hunt. And I said a long time ago, okay, not just because I know the family personally, not just because they've told me that there's no stone they left unturned, that if she had something to do with this, believe me, they wouldn't be in any way, shape, or form protecting her or making any deals with it, okay? They'd want her prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, obviously. But there isn't anything that connects her to that. And people got angry when this was said, even when it was said by the family, even, and that's how some other channels continue to grow an audience on YouTube. And they grew an audience based on the fact that they were telling people, no, she is involved. We're going to find her. There's going to be an imminent arrest. There was a guy from upstate New York, and he actually was collecting money for a billboard about an arrest and promised people like no more than 2 weeks to an arrest, to which he was collecting a lot of money. In fact, I believe Frank went in there and asked about the billboard, and then he kind of slunk off somewhere. But they're still on there today. And the reason I think they're doing that is because there is an audience that has taken personal things that were done to them. So, and this is just my opinion, you can believe it or not, but it's not just an opinion, it's a real observation of people that I know have been in situations where they've been hurt by a mistress in some way. Okay, their husband either left them, or she's came in and wrecked their family, and they're taking all of that and getting together with other women that have been hurt like that. And we're not denying the hurt like that, okay, but they've directed it into finding NK. And this whole thing has been something like where they can channel all of that pain, all of that hurt. So somebody posed a question today while they're making some observations. Is it people that have something against or been hurt by a strong female authority figure that may have something that they have this intense bias for Sally Smith or Kathy Beatty or something? You know what I'm saying? That's what they were saying. But more than that, and I've said it too here, I think, and we said it on panel the other night, people that have chronic pain seem to think that if they do not embrace this whole thing and say that, even say, well, I don't think John Hopkins is really responsible. I think that somehow that's going to go against chronic pain sufferers or people who are in pain and may not look like they're in pain or have, seen that too. And then I think it's more than just that. It's also people who have been wrongly accused by a hospital of child abuse, maybe medical child abuse. Maybe they fought for things in a hospital. And so I think all of these issues coming into play, you have a very, very fierce group of people that are just, if you mention anything in some of these groups, and like 90% of the groups out there now are all pro Kowalski family, okay, and anti John Hopkins. There's no in between, none. And if you go into one of those groups, which is just supposed to be a group about this, the Netflix, documentary is very biased. You know that, right? I don't know if you do. It is. But it's you can't say anything in some of these groups. And then a few groups, they let you voice your opinion. And so remember when a lot of these damages that were being awarded because, they're saying that Maya may never be able to work or hold down a normal job or do anything like that, which, why are they even saying that or setting her up for that? She's a straight A student, and she carries herself quite well now. You want my opinion? John Hopkins saved her life, okay, because she was on so many drugs. A 10-year-old screaming for her sedation. I don't know where she would be if they hadn't stepped in and got her off this stuff. Anyway, there's doing an interview with her attorney and a news station, and she's sitting in there, with this huge smile, Christmas tree in the background, talking about different things. No problem with anything, saying that she will make sure she is like completely dressed and everything looking good because people are taking her picture now. She seemed to be basking in the limelight. Yes, she did. You can watch it yourself. There are things that I noticed in the trial, like the quick anger when she thought the defense had looked through her Facebook and not very upset that they got those pictures. There's a lot of things that are happening and a lot of things that are coming out. I think more things are going to come out, but if you don't agree with me, that's fine. We can still be friends. It's just one case that we don't agree on. But anyway, yeah, there is that interview that came out, and people are saying, some people felt that she felt a disappointment because of the lack of recognition from the Netflix documentary. So it did brighten her day that people noticed her after the trial. Let's see. It's interesting to say the least. But then, let me see here. There's something else. What is this now? Hang on, there's something that was just put up here. Let me see what this is. Jack Kowalski. Order denying defendant Beatty's second motion in the mine regarding hitman term and contributing to the death. Now they're talking about a motion that was made in August. Okay, let me see one other thing here. Okay, I did respond to something. I want to see if anyone responded to my response here. See, someone just mainly asked, does anybody think, because there's a big Facebook group, Take Care of Maya Facebook group, and they asked if anyone else thought that group had a large number of women who automatically dislike any woman considered to be in a position of authority. The case has a large number of female doctors, APRNs, who are villainized by these women for merely doing their jobs. The amount of appearance shaming and the junior high school level of harassment of Dr. Smith, Dr. Dees, Amanda Flores, and others, including attorney Pat Kralls, is so nasty and vile as to only be explained by their own feelings of inadequacy and deep-seated bitterness. Yes, they accuse everyone else of being jealous of Maya and her money. So you can think about that if you think there's any validity to that. And there is, on December 15th, I believe people are going to be outside of the courthouse doing I don't know, just talking about how the hospital saves lives. Okay, and so they also have these jurors, juror number 1 and his wife. They've been, I guess, posing for a lot of pictures. Really, that they've been out. People have been looking up more things, and they've been really going out there and that he's become an identity now, and you know, really basking in the limelight of that, saying their lives have become a 3-ring circus. Let's see here. Someone said Maya was asked, what will you do with all the money? And the first thing she mentions is a family trip, then a new house, as she has to get out of that one. And lastly, she talks about a CRPS foundation. The order of events is very telling, someone said. And that may be in that interview that I'm telling you about with that news station. Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm going to show you now anyway. Let's see, a long way to get to what I'm going to show you. All right. These are juror number 1's notes. So I'm going to just get them here. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm not the one that mentioned this. This is actually mentioned by the attorneys for Johns Hopkins. Okay, so I will. Okay, so here is juror number 1. Will the jury be able to observe Sally Smith as a line witness or by Zoom during the proceedings? And every time he's talking about Sally Smith, he has like these lightning bolt S's. But what they're saying is like when he's over here with S's, he's not doing that. Now, I actually saw someone defending this by saying, well, of course not, because that's only how he does capital S's. I mean, seriously? Okay. I don't believe that for a minute. But do I also believe that it's, you know, some really strange bias? I mean, I think it's definitely, there is a bias there from juror number 1. I don't think juror number 1 should have been on the jury. Let me just go back to where it was. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so somebody said some of the funniest arguments to this SS that they've seen was that the juror was just simply thinking of the band Kiss during the deposition. And just like when a juror tried to say that Maya, who was 10 years old in 2016, was thinking of the Ramones when she was screaming, "I want to be sedated" in the hospital. I guess they all really want everyone to love 70s rock. Pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to get to what the defense put here about this. Okay, so somebody said juror number 1 was asked if he or any member of his immediate family had been victims of a crime in 18A, and he answered no to this question. This is simply not true. Redacted documents from Charlotte County. It's hard to understand how a former law enforcement officer could have made this mistake. So, okay, let me see here. Okay, here's something. Sarah. Beata had written for Maya. I certainly think Munchausen's by proxy was relevant, but I think it was even more complex. The picture you drew, I cherish every single item of it. Okay, that was in defense's exhibit. Please remember. So this was something that the cards you made me, pictures you drew, I love you so very much. We have all your paintings all over the family. Now I pray. Okay, we read those were Beata's emails. We read those the other day. So there's a motion hearing December 15th. And I think there's going to be people there in support of John Hopkins that are going to be just, I don't know what they're going to be doing, but that are saying that John Hopkins saved their child and I'm going to go grab some of the responses here about this writing from the defense. I think we went through all these emails. Let me just see here. Did we go through this? Late afternoon, the same woman from CPS came back. Okay. Okay, is this the... I want to just check something in that other group. Happy 18th birthday. I guess it's Maya's birthday. Anything on the plaintiff's response to the SS motion? Plaintiffs have until tomorrow to file their responses. Okay, so let me go into that. Okay. So, a very biased article is about the lightning bolts. The SS lightning bolts is a symbol that is often used by neo-Nazis and white supremacists. The lightning bolts are part of the uniform of the Nazi soldiers. Often with the SS lightning bolts are used to show support for hateful beliefs and ideologies. Extremists will sometimes use lightning bolt emojis to evade detection by moderation systems on social media platforms. The tactic is commonplace in extremist codes. Okay, so so the motion said that jurors number 1 reference to Dr. Sally Smith with the use of these Nazi symbolism demonstrates a clear bias or prejudice and a prejudgment against her, and thus defendant in the above styled case, and demonstrates an additional basis upon which the defendant's motion for a new trial based on juror misconduct should be granted. Now, the plaintiff's attorney, Greg Anderson, was interviewed on Dr. Joe Corcoran's new YouTube channel, and he said they accused juror number 1 of being a Nazi. The contention is that because the poor man, when he writes an S, he flattens the top and bottom of them like a lot of people do, that he's with them, and somehow he's supporting Nazis, said Anderson. It's despicable. Who does this? And of course, they're promoting Dr. Joe's new YouTube channel. Okay, let me see now here. All right. Let me just get back to the chat and see what you guys are even talking about here. Let's see what's going on. So, let's see here. Because you're supposed to be sleeping. Happy Hanukkah, Julie W. Hi, Barb Olsen. How are you? Hi, Lasso Lacey. Hey, B Lady Apiary. I've seen your name though. You must have come in before, but thank you for subbing to us. Thank you. Let me go over here. Heck, I'm not Polish and I studied all about. Exactly. There's some really crazy stuff going out there that only certain people would have any idea of what that is or whatever. The Bee Lady Apiary says, to Scooter, maybe a coincidence, but today I began a movie, The Wave, about a teacher in Cali taught his class about, or did it, and got them to do the same thing through the actions. Really? What movie is that? It's a true story, 10th grade. Probably high school history taught. Huh. I knew a nephrologist, a Jewish nephrologist who explained just how easy it is. He went, I just wish I could have videotaped him, but at the time, I don't even think we had smartphones, but we had cell phones. He did this thing outside of Dunkin' Donuts. And he practiced this whole thing where he said, you see how easy it is for me to dehumanize a whole group of people like that? He said, and I'm Jewish, and I can do it really quickly. Can you imagine? He was making a point about that, if we don't learn from history, we're doomed to repeat it, but, that's, it was just, you'd have to see what, it's I can't even explain it to you. Earthbound, thank you for the grammar lesson, pronunciation. Kowalski. That's kind of rude, though, because maybe I pronounce something different than you. Maybe I I don't know. I just find whatever. That's okay. If that floats your boat, float it. Float it, girl. To Scooter. Wikipedia has a great write-up. Okay. Don't forget. I didn't forget that, Earthbound. Please, we're not going to go back and forth with this, are we? I'm not your enemy. We may feel differently about this, and that we do, obviously. Don't think the SS are from the band cast, but to say ridiculous to you. And that's okay. That's your opinion. I certainly don't think all people are dying. Of course they save lives too. Of course they save lives. And I think they saved oh my gosh, Maya's life. I think Maya would not be who she is today if she was kept on all of those drugs. She might not even be here today to be kept on all of those drugs. I do believe they saved her life. I do. Thank you, Colleen. Okay, So anyway, let's get back on some more about that motion. My YouTube is really behind because I'm seeing like things. So let me go to the next. Hi, Liza. If anybody wants to come on panel, you're welcome to come on panel. And no, I was talking about correcting my pronunciation. That's all. The way it was done is a little bit snarky. Don't you think so? I do. It's okay. It's okay. Let's go. Anybody that wants to call in, you can call in. I just don't think it was necessary, Earthbound, but okay. It's okay. Anyway, let me go to where we were. And I'm trying. I want to go to the court documents. So just hang on a second. I can't see the chat, so just understand I'm not ignoring anybody. Okay. Okay. Where is my... Okay. Okay, this is what I want. Just give me my thing right now. So that's what I want. Okay. Hang on. Just going over to the clerk. Okay. Where's my court link? Okay, sorry, I had to get over here. Is this my thing? My court services, where the heck are my... I'm sorry. My whole computer restarted because we had a electrical outage with the storm that's coming in, and my whole link that I had here for my court stuff is all gone. Oh, here we are. I'm pretty sure this is it now, right? Yes, okay, I found it. Never mind. Whew. Just have to verify my password and stuff here. Okay. Okay, so let's go to Kowalski, John Hopkins. It's opening up, hang on. It's quite a lot. There's so much in here, it's crazy. So many documents. Okay. Alright, let me just see what we got here. Is the one we want? So they're going to have that 8:30 motions hearing. All right, let me see what's in this one. Okay, let's see. All right, so let's look at the official document that goes with that exhibit from the defense, okay? Let me see how I pull this one over. I'll just download this. Download it and put it up there for you guys. What the heck? Okay. Here we go. So this was filed, it was e-filed on December 7th, D-Day. And again, Jack Kowalski versus John Hopkins. Let's see. Okay. Kowalski. Defendant's John Hopkins. Okay, so a copy of the note to the court sent by juror number 1 on or about October 12th of 2023 during the trial of the above styled cause and shortly after excerpts of Dr. Sally Smith's deposition testimony was published to the jury is attached as Exhibit A, and that's exactly what we had up there, okay? An excerpt from the website of Simon Wiesenthal Center documenting the appearance of a uniform badge of the Nazi German Schutzstaffel, or SS, is attached as Exhibit B. It will be noted that in Exhibit A, juror number 1 has printed the letter S throughout the note normally with a curve in the spine, except that he printed his S with sharp angles when printing Dr. Sally Smith's name. Both the second and third times that juror number 1 prints Dr. Sally Smith's name, the letter S is shaped in a manner identical to the symbol of the Nazi SS, okay, symbol, exhibited in Exhibit B. Printing the first letter of Dr. Smith's first and last name in this manner makes it clear juror number 1's bias and prejudice against Dr. Smith, and thus defendant, equating Dr. Smith with a notorious Nazi organization. In addition, juror number 1 on October 10th, 2023, printed Exhibit C, in which he effectively prejudged the relationship between the defendant and Dr. Smith, equating one with the other. Juror number 1's reference to Dr. Sally Smith with the use of Nazi symbolism demonstrates a clear bias, prejudice, and prejudgment against her, and thus defendant in the above styled cause and demonstrates an additional basis upon which the defendant's motion for a new trial based on juror misconduct, motion for juror interview, motion to open discovery into evidence of juror misconduct, and emergency motion to preserve evidence, as well as a new trial generally should be granted. So that was filed again December 7th, and there it is, what we saw. Okay, juror numbers one's notes, and then showing this in there. And showing that as Exhibit C, and that's where Exhibit C, juror number 1 on October 10th, printed, in which he effectively prejudged the relationship between the defendant and Dr. Smith, equating one with the other. So formal request from Dr. S. Smith of John Hopkins for your records about Maya, correct? You stated you made a call to S. Smith. Did you send the copies to Smith? Okay, so that was that. Now the plaintiffs have not, there's not a filed response yet. There, hang on one second, I want to go into something else. Okay, there's some other things here from the 7th. I want to see what that's all about. Looks like a few exhibits here. What is this about? This is that. Take that off. Hold on, I'm just letting these load up because there's quite a few things that have been added here on the 7th in this court records. They are taking a little bit of time to load up. Just bear with me for a second. Hope you're all doing good today. Got a lot of stuff sent out today, ready to go out in the morning, and I'm going to try to finish everything else tomorrow. That's my plan, but you know about the best laid plans of mice and men, right? Okay. do. Okay, let's see what this is. Employment application in here. Okay, I'm not sure what. Let's take a look at this. This seems to be added on the 7th, and this is an employment application from Catherine Beatty. 9/29/09. Healthy Start, social work. Okay. Are you able to perform the essential functions of the job? Yes. Have you ever been convicted of a felony, misdemeanor, or other criminal offenses? No. Are you authorized to work in the United States? Yes. Employee is no BGYN, social worker, LCSW. Screen new OBs. Provide referrals and resources to OB clients and any other clients referred by the doctors. Suncoast. Let's see here. Program manager, therapeutic. Foster care, provide supervision to staff and foster parents along with work to promote, to increase program census, work with Medicaid and Child Welfare Agency for reporting purposes, let go after the complaint. So they're showing that she lost her job after the complaint. An employee, Procter & Gamble. Reason for leaving, she returned to school. And okay. So Dear Catherine, that was 2009. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you to All Children's Hospital. This letter serves as confirmation of your acceptance to the grant-funded position Social Worker 2 in the OBGYN department. If you have questions, blah, blah, blah. La, 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 la. She just noticed she has been charged for parking and has no idea what it is. She works at the OCC office only 1 day a week and parks in the employee garage. Okay, parking. Oh, okay, this is 2014. Technology. Catherine would receive an increase in her rate of pay if she accepts the clinical social worker position. Will you please get some type of documentation of her license? We don't have anything on file. Telephone conversation with Kathy Beatty. So what does this say? While working in a therapeutic foster care environment, a youth attacked Kathy and a coworker. They both restrained the youth, who was not hurt, but the sheriff's department felt they had been overzealous in their restraint and arrested both of them. The incident was reviewed by the state attorney's office and the Florida licensing board. Both made the determination that they did what was required in order to maintain a safe environment, adding that they could have called for additional help, resulting in no conviction. Kathy has been working under a clear and active license ever since and has chosen to work with women in a Healthy Start funded position. Okay. Pre-employment. Catherine. Jurisdiction. Consent to request consumer report information. Okay. NPI registry. Okay. Social worker clinical, Florida, yes. License number. Okay. These are all active shooter video. Did she do all this? Module training modules, things like that. Risk management. Yes, she passed, completed, passed. All of that, pass. All these modules, right? Environmental safety test. Quarter roundup, environmental safety. Transcript report by user. Let's see. Let's flip this. Bonus based on funds available through the grant. Learning history report. Okay, pass. She's got hundreds, 90s, 80s. So she's doing all these things. Learning history reports. Okay, completed. Evaluating checklist. We went through, these were her reviews. I don't know why they just put them in here again. I don't understand. I'm not really understanding why this is in here again at 7, because we read these. Kathy successfully completed her probation in September 1st of 2014, Kathy's current assignment is the PICU. She transferred from another position in the OBGYN practice to integrated care management. June of 2014, she is an experienced social worker who was able to make an excellent transition from an outpatient practice where she was the only social worker to the inpatient medical social work world where she has the support of numerous colleagues. Her work experiences prior to coming to All Children's includes child welfare and outpatient mental health. Kathy easily establishes excellent working relationships with healthcare colleagues as well as with the patients and their families. She has confidence in her skills, which allow her to easily approach difficult situations and tasks with patients and families. (2015) still getting good reviews and everything. Demonstrates service excellence and provides a safe environment for patient care. (10/30/2016) interviews patients of families, significant others of patients for the purpose of gathering data. Exceeds the standard. Kathy has an invaluable amount of experience as a social worker. She demonstrates an ability to accurately assess the needs of patients through her documentation and support she provides to the patients and families. She has worked on multiple units in the hospital and can adapt well to the different types of assignments that are needed for each unit. Kathy demonstrates particular expertise in assessing for someone to take their life. Okay, good here, let's see. The social worker constantly demonstrates good communication skills. Yes. Yes. I have truly enjoyed working with Kathy over the past year, or almost that for me. Something very well with her. I work very well with her, trust her, and something been supported well by her both personally, by her both professionally and personally. She is a very hard worker. I also enjoy her sense of humor, which is so needed in an ICU setting. She is very dedicated and passionate in helping and advocating for her patients and families. I can tell that the medical staff values and appreciates the support she offers them as well. Okay, all good things here. Kathy is an excellent member of our team. Anytime we have issues on the unit, if Kathy is something I know will be taken care of, she has stayed after her shift to make certain that things that needed follow-up or special care patients are on the right track before she leaves. Kathy constantly updates the medical and all other teams. Kathy is very proactive and assures patients, families' needs. Addresses patients' family needs very effectively. Okay, always. Are you okay? Kathy Beatty is one of the very best social workers I have ever worked with during my 38-year nursing career. She identifies family psychosocial issues easily, and then promptly and efficiently assists where she is able. She takes the initiative in setting up family conferences and ensures all members of team are available for conferences. Family truly likes working with Kathy as she truly cares and is knowledgeable about services available for assistance. Kathy is not only a participant, but also a frequent leader, coordinating care conferences, sharing info, and making sure everyone is involved. The entire PICU team looks to Kathy's expertise in this area. She's a great resource. Kathy is a resource for all involved in patient care. Kathy makes appropriate referrals to Child Life, and often we share patient care, each knowing who covers which part of their support. Everyone I know on the PICU values Kathy and sees her as a vital part of our team. Kathy is known for going above and beyond to support staff and families. Kathy will go out of her way to help with families who need clear and consistent communication, and she also makes sure the team is on the same page. I utilize her notes as a source page of social information and info on complex family dynamics. Yes, we just wish that we had two Kathys working. I cannot overstate Kathy's importance in the PICU. She is valued for her skilled and knowledgeable work with families. She is a resource to the PICU team on a professional level, but is always mindful of the people working in such an intense environment and their needs as well. Kathy can be counted on to put the needs of patients and families first and is seen calling in reports or making placements or counseling families experiencing trauma long after her shift has ended. Her start as a dependable resource means she never has a spare moment because her presence is so valued. It is a sincere pleasure to be on her team. Okay, and that's right up to that time in 2016. Okay, let me go back here and see what else has come up. Marriage roster, what is this? Okay. What is this about? Okay. Married in Richmond Hill. Divorced. Okay, for some reason, I guess this is their marriage license. It says marriage solemnized between Jack Allen Kowalski to Beata Zorowski. Divorced. Deputy fire chief, registered nurse. He was 42. She was 30. Richmond Hill, Montego Bay. They were married in Jamaica. Married the 4th of February, 2004. So, okay. Let me see here. back and see what else we have up here. Nothing there. Let's see. What is this? This is Jack and Beata. Income tax returns. Trying to see why we have these here. I'm not sure what this is about, why they have this in here. Alright, we'll go back to that later. Let's see what else they have here. Okay, so we went through that exhibit. Did we go through this exhibit? That is, I think that was that marriage license. Let's see how many pages okay, that was the income tax thing. We don't really need that again. Get rid of that. And this right here. Wow, this is all blocked out, but I guess they have a lot of pictures. I'm going to go in. Out of the court record, they're all redacted. I'm just looking at I think the entire thing is redacted. Yeah. So they have a lot of trial exhibits here. They're all redacted. Okay. Rid of that. That was how many pages? 38. So get rid of that. Okay, and this is one of 21. Okay, let's see what's here. All right, let's see what this is. All right. My special care journal. Let's look at this. Another defense exhibit. Okay, so let's see. My special care journal, thoughts and dreams. Okay, that's. Hi, I'm Sparkle, the caring star. You can tell me anything that is in your heart. You can even draw pictures and color them. Whatever you write is always between us. This is Maya Kowalski. Here is some important stuff. My nurse is Amanda. She puts a little heart. My hospital is all children's. Today's date is 10/18/2016. Other things to remember. I miss my family. I miss home. I really want to go home. I pray I will see my friends and family soon. My picture prayer. I want to go home, be with my family and friends, see my family, get to call my friends and family, see my friends, and sleep in my own bed. You see how Maya writes. Maya does not write the way that Beata was writing for Maya for that blog, right? Okay, so here is a picture of what I wish for. Daddy, Mommy, Corinne, me in a wheelchair, Kyle. People I really liked at the hospital. Kaylee, Amanda, has a heart again. Megan, little smiley face. Barb, Michelle, Victoria, Lindsay with a smiley face. Debbie, Billy, Sylvia with a bunch of stars. Alicia, Angela with hearts. And Nicole with heart, star, and a smiley face. Things I did not like while I was at the hospital, not seeing family, getting family separated from me. ICU nurse, I don't know her name. Blood pressures, not getting my pain managed well, not seeing my friends, PT, physical therapy, not getting to see my family, some foods, being really lonely, having visitors, getting kicked out. One, I guess these are what you like. Things I really liked when I was at the hospital. 1, good nurses, doctors, sitters, and albuterol doctors when I have them. 2, people visiting me whenever they let them. 3, RJ's Activity Center. 4, arts and crafts. 5, movies. 6, some rooms had good views. 7, once Daddy came and visited me. I miss you all. 8, some foods. 9, RJ's Activity Center rec. 10, child life. 11, going on stroll. Let's see. I can write my thoughts on the clouds. I miss my family so much. I want to see my family and friends. I'm hurting. I want to go home. I want to be at home, lay in my own bed, and have fun with my family and family friends. See everyone, see my subdivision and my neighbors. Subdivision, that's an odd. See my subdivision, my neighborhood, my subdivision. Here's a whole page for my thoughts. I miss my family and friends. I want to go home, have my friends and family visit me, sleep in my own bed. I want to see my subdivision and neighbors. I hope God will hear my prayers, not having to do vitals, wishing that my visitors would not have to be kicked out without supervision. My family, same thing. Here is something I love very much. Okay, my favorite things to do: read, aka love school, being with my friends and playing with them, play with my favorite toys, being with my family, being with my awesome neighbors, paint my nails, just being home. Things that make me sad: not being able to see my family or friends, not being able to call anyone without supervision by nurses, or just not being around to call them when I want to, not having family and friends with me, and not being at home. These things make me happy: my family, my friends, my neighbors, my home. Arts and crafts. Hopkins. Shopkins. That's weird. Okay, Shopkins. Shopkins. Sums, mystery minis, Monster High minis, Poppets, American Girl, Jessie, movies, Jessica, seeing my family, picture to color. If I could be any animal, here's what I would want to be: a manatee, a dolphin, a monkey, a dog. These things are important to me: my family, my friends, my neighbors, my neighborhood, my house, church, my life, Jessica or Jessie, my bear Jessie, manatees, monkeys, and dogs, Shopkin, Sums, Poppets, Monster High minis, American Girl, mystery minis, and twosies. Here is what I look like. She's always putting herself in the wheelchair. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Okay, so that was 21. $14 was more income taxes, and I'm not sure what they're going there for, so let's see what else we have. So 14, 11. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, so this here is, starts with this. She advised me that she had to follow orders. I called Nancy Vess and explained the situation to her. After talking to her, she seemed to be agreeable, and then I handed the phone to the nurse to talk with Nancy. The nurse spoke with Nancy for several minutes and then advised us that we cannot go to the festival. Nancy came back. She stated that we can go to the playroom that is located on this floor. She informed us that we could not go down to the lobby or the fall festival. I informed her that we were just invited by Child Life to go to the festival and that they will have so much fun, and now I have to go to the room and tell them that they cannot participate. Nancy stated that the nurse informed her that it is on the computer that our visitation is at bedside only. Shortly after Nancy had left, I seen Barbara and requested to see the order or to have a printed copy. She stated that she would have to ask permission from the social worker, Nancy. Barbara did come back and brought me to the nurse's desk and showed me the order on the computer. I think she means it, right? It did say that it was bedside only, and this order was produced by social worker Beatty. I contacted my lawyer, Deborah Salisbury. In reference to this matter. Note: during this matter, I never raised my voice or displayed hostility. I remained calm and contacted my attorney. After time, this matter was resolved and the children attended the festival. November 17th, 2016. I came to visit Maya at 11 a.m. I met Maya in her room. She wanted to go down to the cafeteria to eat with me. Upon reaching the first floor in the elevator, the doors opened and Kathy Beatty and another woman were standing outside. Kathy stated that the woman would like to talk with me. I informed them that Maya and I were just going for lunch. Kathy stated that the woman would be waiting for me up on the 7th floor in the family room. After lunch, I went back to Maya's room and stated that I'll be back after talking with the lady. I went into the family room and was met by the woman. She introduced herself as Detective Stephanie Graham from Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. Questioned about Kyle's recent doctor visits. Questioned my medical background. So this is about Beata. Questioned who set up the fundraisers for Maya. The fundraisers. Questioned who inputted the information on Maya's blog again. Questioned Maya's pain and her condition. Questioned if my wife, if my wife can potentially be hurting Maya for attention. She informed me that Maya's attitude towards the staff has gotten worse and her PTOT has decreased ever since I was granted unsupervised visitation. Questioned if I went to Lurie's Children's Hospital with Maya. Questioned if I went to the Monterrey, Mexico with Maya for the coma. Questioned on how her condition is now while she's in the hospital. Questioned the ER visit to ACH when she was admitted. Questioned on Maya's pain. Questioned if Maya has asthma. She stated that Maya was never diagnosed with asthma. She informed me the physicians at ACH stated that she does not have CRPS. Questioned me in reference to the kids and I going on vacation without mom, and if she would have done something to hurt Maya. She made a statement that I did not react to a report that Maya was able to stand for 10 seconds. She stated that Tori had that in her notes. Questioned in reference to the medical equipment in our home along with the prescriptions for Maya. Questioned if I administered Maya's medications. Questioned if I read about ketamine. Stated that She's investigating the case, informed me of another person that got many years in prison for restraining their child, and that if this case is criminal, we can be facing many more years in jail than this other case. I told her that I would never intentionally hurt my children. Question on why she went to Lurie's Children's Hospital in Chicago. This was for a second opinion because ACH could not come up with a diagnosis for Maya. Questioned several times during the interview if Beata would purposefully hurt our children for attention, personal gain. Questioned if Beata administers medications by IV or through the port. Questioned if she mixes any of the medications. Questioned on why I retired early. Questioned when Maya had a relapse. Questioned who prescribes the IVIG. Questioned if I was concerned about the amount of medications Maya is on. Questioned if this could be a psychological issue. Questioned if she has friends and if they come over and what do they do when they're there. Questioned social media. What accounts does she have? What does she do on there? She stated that Maya does not want ketamine anymore, but she don't want her mom mad. Questioned on the amount of money spent on treatments. Questioned about Beata's father in reference to abusing his children and possibly SAing her. Questioned about my oldest daughter, about raising her and where she lives now. Questioned if I was unconcerned or complacent. Questioned if I went to any doctor's appointments. Questioned if I make any decisions. Questioned about the O2 therapy and the results. Questioned how much money we spent on Dr. Hannah, Dr. Spiegel, Dr. Kirkpatrick, and Dr. Cantu. Questioned on past injuries to Maya. She informed me that another physician had put in his notes about suspecting Munchausen's by proxy from a visit my wife went to. Questioned on my wife being pushy. Questioned on who referred Dr. Kirkpatrick to Beata. Questioned our marriage. Questioned the administration of the ketamine at home. Stated she has seen a video of Maya dancing and it didn't appear that she was in pain. When walking out, I told her again that Beata would not hurt her children. I returned to Maya's room where I found her crying. She stated that she thought the police took me away. I heard a little bit about this, but I didn't see this in depth on it. She told she did not want me to leave. I told her to be positive and strong and to do her best while being here at the hospital. She stated that she misses her family and that she wants to be home with everyone. Sunday, November 20th, 2016. I took Maya's friend Riley with me to visit Maya. While walking in the hospital, we have found Maya playing the piano with her Aunt Wendy. That is approved for unsupervised visitation. Wendy came earlier to cut Maya's hair and to go to the chapel to say prayers. Maya had noticed us walking up and was very excited to see her friend Riley. Maya played a couple more songs for Riley to hear and then wanted to go up to the 7th floor family room to play with their toy Hopkins. We let the kids play while Wendy and I sat on the couch. Wendy did not stay that long after and went home. Before she had left, Wendy had stated that Maya stated she was questioned by Kathy Beatty about Maya being on the computer emailing someone. Wendy had stated during her last visit, Mrs. Shepler stated that she could email her classmates on the school email. Kathy is off for the holiday, and I will follow up with her in reference to this. Friday, January 6th, 2017. Before Maya was released to be evaluated by Dr. Duncan at the courthouse, Catherine Beatty instructed Maya to remove her clothing with the exception of her underwear and bra. She took photos of her prior to leaving the hospital. Maya was extremely uncomfortable and felt violated from this incident. She was told by Catherine if she did not do what she had requested, she would not be able to go to court. Upon her return to ACH, Catherine instructed her to remove her clothing to take photos again. Maya's notes reference to Kathy. Information. Attorney. How do you spell attorney? ACH thinks Mamuya isn't responsible. What is that? Mamuya? Next court date 12/12/16. Hospital thinks that someone is telling me I can't, and my head telling me I can't. Looks like it says psychological, but it doesn't really, it's not. Thinking I could do things when I can't. Doctors telling nurses about texts to try and push me to do things. Example, when lifting me up, they lower me down to the floor, waiting for me to push up. If phone is ringing, they leave the room on purpose for I could get it when it's far away. These are other than Maya writing this, okay. Kill Gator checks up on me. Amin, Kill Gator, gone for a week, so Amin is checking up on me. Kathy is scared if I go on the computer online, I will connect with someone or go on a sex website. Not doing anything for pain. Saying literally this is psychological. Talking behind back. Amanda talking about Nemores. Asking what I do at home for pain. Therapy going really hard on me. Lying about my mom being in therapy, mental therapy. Telling me the specialize in CRPS. Attorney info. Lies. Telling me my mom was in therapy. Saying I was in coma every week. Telling me that my head is telling me I can't. Okay, see Michael Kelly, PA. See Michael Kelly, Esquire. These were Maya's notes during her visit that she wanted her attorney to have. Okay, that was 11/11. Let me see here. Another income tax. Jack, you know who you are. Jack. So what is this? Jack. They call him Jack. What is this about? Jack. Infusion. Okay. We'll go through the income taxes right now and see what else we have. More income tax. More income taxes. Let's see. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. More income tax. Okay, here we go. Let's look at this now. This is from Jack. I have many concerns of what Maya brings up during my visit. She brings up these issues without me extracting this from her. I have a court order not to discuss certain topics, but the hospital staff and the social worker do not follow the same rules, for which can cause psychological damage to my daughter. Jack Kowalski. Okay. Kathy informed Maya that her mother, Beata, is getting mental treatment. Maya informed me that Kathy had brought her to the chapel and placed Maya on her lap and said, "I know I'm not your mother, but I will comfort you." Maya said Kathy kissed her on the cheek, and after that, she started to ask her questions. Hold on a minute, I have an itch on my eye that I'm itching. Okay. Maya stated that a doctor told her she was placed in a coma each week at home. Doctor informed her that she don't need any medication. Nurses question Maya in reference to the visits with Dad, and they go to the computer. Maya stated that she never stood on her own feet for 10 seconds. Billy or Beth was holding her up without putting foot pressure on the floor. Maya stated that when her phone rings, the nurse will leave the room to see if Maya is able to reach it and or be able to maneuver on her own to get it. Maya stated when she was on the phone with her mom during supervised phone conversations, Kathy was supervising the call and would roll her eyes and make facial expressions when Beata was talking. Maya stated she is scared to talk to the judge in court because she's worried what Kathy will do after she returns back to the hospital. She stated that she was worried when she had the phone conversation with the judge because Kathy was present. Maya stated that Charlotte Laporte wants to come and visit her soon. Could she ask to have her lawyer present before talking to her? Kathy does not want Maya on the computer. She's worried that she would connect with someone or go to a sex site. Everyone is telling her that her illness is all psychological. Okay, and then again, this is just that same thing that we read through with Maya's notes. Okay. Okay, these are all redacted. Looks like they might be, I don't know, whatever it is, it's completely redacted. Okay, so let's go to the next. This is something from Tiffany Hansen, but okay. From Anthony Kirkpatrick, Tuesday, November 10th, 2015, to Tiffany Hansen. Tiffany, please place this email and the thread of emails into the patient chart. Okay, and for RSD Foundation, RSD Healthcare. There is no need for a visit before Thursday. I recognize that you're extremely busy under the circumstances. And this is from Beata. I forgot to ask, would you like to see Maya before we leave? Would that make you feel more comfortable? I sent an email to Jim Jocelyn to call me back and discuss the situation of terminally ill. Thanks again for your time and understanding, Beata. It's all redacted. This is news and publication about All Children's Hospital joins Johns Hopkins. Okay, and in St. Petersburg, Florida, All Children's is now part of the Johns Hopkins health system. This is a momentous occasion, the new beginning of a new chapter in history of All Children's Hospital. Okay, this is evidence exhibit record. Johns Hopkins risk management file, patient's bill of rights and responsibilities, risk management, internal email, personal file. I'm Catherine Beatty. Corrective action notice, press release, All Children's Hospital, House resolution, Timothy D. Brewerton, MD, expert file, tax returns for the Kowalskis, double-sided, tax returns for the Kowalskis, 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 tax returns for Jack Kowalski, tax return for Jack Kowalski, employer provided health insurance, Maya's care journal, Jack's notes concerning Maya's note, information to her attorney, Maya's note regarding doctors, okay, Miles' note regarding lies, Maya's note to her family, okay, so this is all this stuff that's in here. Okay, let's keep going. So that was 333. There we go. Oh, get over there. Get yourself over there. Okay, sorry. Why do you not want to go over there? There we go. Hello, Beata. This is from Dr. Cantu, Dr. Fernando Cantu. Hello, Beata. My response is at front of each question. Feel free to call me anytime. I will be very happy to speak to her physician there. Have a wonderful time, Fernando. Hello, Fernando. How are you? This is from Beata on June 1st, 2016. How was your holidays? Maya is doing fairly well. There is a huge improvement after her last ketamine infusion and boosters. She is moving around in WC wheelchair better, scooting on the floor and crawling a little, moving, bending arms and legs. So happy to see this positive improvement. She started to CO burning pain to her legs around 4 days ago. Has intermittent headaches, still very sensitive to her scalp. It's difficult to brush hair. Tingling to her hands and feet is intermittent. She is not taking any narcotics for pain. She takes baclofen, quarter tab, BID, occasionally Klonopin, occasionally Toradol or Tramadol. We are going to see Dr. Hannah next week on the 13th. She will get a ketamine infusion on the 14th, 15th. Could you please email the ketamine doses for each day from Maya's last ketamine treatment? I need to have them for Dr. Hannah, so please send this to me ASAP. Thank you. 1. What do you think is an appropriate ketamine dose for her next booster? 2. How many days of ketamine would you recommend? 3. How often should she be getting ketamine boosters? 4. When do you think she could start physical therapy, and what type of therapy would you recommend? She has been swimming in the pool on warm days, plays and swims for about 20 minutes a day. It's been cold lately in Florida, so she hasn't been in the pool since last week Friday, waiting for warmer weather. Take care. To Beata and Jack. Flagged status. Let's see here. From Beata to Beata. Hello, Dr. Hannah. How are you doing? Just want to give you an update regarding an issue about another major problem we have experienced here at the hospital. One of the staff members from ICU, MD, reported us to Child Protected Services, I believe on Sunday, but not 100% sure. A woman from CPS showed up here with 2 police officers to investigate what's going on with Maya. We were totally blindsided and surprised by her arrival and this investigation. We questioned, what is this all about? And we were informed that this is a standard procedure in ICU when a child is on so many different medications. We, of course, thought this was very strange. I've worked in hospitals before, and I've never seen this before, but that was in Illinois. Maybe the laws are different here in Florida. Anyway, she, CPS, questioned Maya independently, then Jack, then me. There were a lot of questions regarding Maya's RSD, CRPS diagnosis and her meds. As you know, the ICU staff and pain management weren't doing their job well in order to relieve Maya's horrific pain. She cried, screamed, I'm sure she means screamed, in pain from Friday to Monday. The ICU attending refused to make any changes to Maya's ketamine drip or Presidex drip over those 4 days, and they also refused to add any other meds to her POT. When I asked for Zofran or Benadryl or Carafate during those 4 days, they denied Maya of having it, and each time the attending on call repeated the same statement. As we stated previously, we will not be making any changes in her medications. They denied her from having TPN despite not eating and having nausea, dry heaving, she puts hiving, for 5 days. Finally, I convinced Dr. Smith on Tuesday to start it. So, as you know, I CO each day to the nurses, ICU docs, pain management team, and persistently reminded them that they needed to do a better job in getting my child's pain under control. I also told them how disappointed I was with their care of my child in their ICU at JHACH. On Monday, after speaking with you in the early AM about the above, you recommended to bring Maya back to you since they weren't doing anything to control Maya's pain. You said you had the day open for her and you could do a caudal block and 8-hour ketamine, while I attempted over and over to reach pain management anesthesia 4 times to speak with an MD regarding his plan of TX for Maya on Monday, and I wanted to inform him that if there was nothing else they could do, then I wanted to bring Maya back to your clinic on Monday for better pain control. Unfortunately, no one from Maya's pain management team called me back that day. Also on Monday, I tried calling and speaking with the attending in ICU. I called 3 to 4 times and left messages with nurses for her to give me a call back. This ICU MD also never called me back, nor were there any messages left on my voicemail, as she claimed that she called me back once and left me 1 message. Monday afternoon, I also called risk management and spoke with Louise and informed her of what's been going on since Friday. She promised she was going to speak with the doctors in the team and find out what's going on and then get back to me with a plan or solution the next day. In response to the above, very poor quality of care in the ICU and no pain control for Maya, me and Jack decided that it would be best for Maya to go back to you the next day, Tuesday, to you. So as you know, we spoke this evening. I told you everything that was going on, and you told me that you would be happy to see Maya the next AM, Tuesday, for ketamine, 8-hour and caudal block. I was thrilled you still had room for her and were willing to help Maya and us. After that, I informed the ICU, Dr. Voss, that I wanted to have a meeting with her and pain management ASAP to discuss Maya's plan for Monday night and Tuesday morning. After a long while, I was informed that the anesthesiologist was not going to make this meeting. He was busy. In this meeting, I informed Dr. Voss how unhappy I've been with the care Maya received in the state-of-the-art John Hopkins ACH, especially the poor management of her pain, DT Maya's needs not being met due to Maya's needs not being met for the past 4 days with no effort from the ICU team. To meet her needs, pain control, we would like Maya to be DC tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. I called Dr. Voss, who came up with a plan B for Maya, and we will be taking her to Dr. Hannah's clinic Tuesday a.m. straight from the hospital for better pain management. I requested an ambulance transfer, but she told me they don't do ambulance transfers to clinics, only to hospitals, so I would need to drive her then. I said I would prefer ambulance, but me and Jack will drive her then to Dr. Hannah in the AM. I asked her if she can have all of her discharge papers done by 7:30 a.m. and she said it will be hard, but she will work on it. That was the end of our discussion. Tuesday on 10/11, we were all packed up and ready to go to Y Clinic, just waiting for DC papers. Dr. Voss called us to the meeting about 7:15 a.m. There were about 10 people in the room. There were also 2 police officers in the hallway and security person. Obviously, at that time, Dr. Voss or one of her associates already notified the CPS but didn't tell us anything about it, so we were blindsided again. During the meeting, I said what I needed to say. A lot of air got cleared out. I'm sure you remember what happened during that meeting since I already told you the story yesterday. Bottom line was they wouldn't discharge Maya and we couldn't take her against medical advice, which I could understand now, nor Dr. Voss explained that possibility to me the night before. Well, you know how upset and PO'd I was. After your call later, I followed your instructions and I told Elliot that I wanted him to take care of Maya and do everything he can to decrease her pain. Since the meeting Tuesday, things have improved. Dr. Smith, ICU, Dr. Elliott, Dr. Hart are all trying a lot harder to do better. They finally addressed Maya's TPN, CT scan, abnormal, consulted GI, etc. Squeaky wheel, got some oil finally, but guess at what cost? Tuesday, 10/11, late afternoon, the same woman from CPS came back because of the second CO from the hospital staff she received. CO that we wanted to take Maya AMA against medical advice and to take her home. That's a lie. I cannot tell you how annoyed I am with the healthcare system, with medical personnel not understanding CRPS, and how I cannot tell you how annoyed I am with the healthcare system, with medical personnel not understanding CRPS, and how heartbroken I am that someone in the ICU would have the balls to report me or Jack for possible child abuse, neglect. I am heartbroken. I am that someone, I cried all evening last night, basically ready to give up on myself. I cannot live like this any longer. I know you of all people will understand me. I'm bawling now, tears falling down on my keyboard as I'm typing this to you. This disease is a monster, but the people I have had to deal with to fight for Maya's life health over the past 1.5 years are evil monsters, and they are destroying me piece by piece. Tuesday, 10/11 evening, I had another supervised visit from MD Dr. Smith, who was sent by CPS to investigate this possible child abuse neglect case. I spent 1.5 hours with her describing Maya's illness from May of 2015 till now, and all the doctors involved. Hold on, let me move this a little bit. Try and move this. All the doctors involved in Maya's care. Smith, asked a lot of questions about her meds and who prescribes her meds. How do I administer Maya's ketamine? PO mixed with Gatorade or chocolate milk, that's how Maya likes it. Dr. Smith already went to Dr. Kirkpatrick's office this morning to question him. He backed me up 100%. He called me last night and he called me last night and today to give me a heads up. I'm assuming Smith is going to surprise you tomorrow or the next day with her presence and will be questioning you. FYI, she didn't know anything about RSD or CRPS when she first spoke with me. Today, Wednesday, someone from CPS visited Kyle, my son, at school. Then women from CPS, Krista Thurber, showed up and announced at my home today when Jack was there. I think the ICU person who reported us is doing this in retaliation. I also think the ICU doctor who reported us to CPS is trying not only to accuse us of child abuse and neglect, but perhaps accuse me or Jack of criminal conduct of Munchausen's by proxy. I cannot tell you how devastating this is to us, Dr. Hannah. This is just getting out of hand, out of control. Any advice, any thoughts? Have a great day tomorrow. Thank you for all you do for Maya and us. Beata. Okay, let's see here. That was 2, I think. Okay. Okay, this is a House resolution, a resolution designating August 2004 as Reflex Sympathetic Dystrophy Syndrome Month in Florida, whereas Reflex Sympathetic Dystrophy Syndrome, also known as chronic regional pain syndrome, is a chronic condition characterized by severe burning pain, pathological changes in bone and skin, excessive sweating, tissue swelling, and extreme sensitivity to touch. Whereas Reflex Sympathetic Dystrophy Syndrome, or RSDS, is most often the result of trauma to the extremities. However, it may also be a consequence of sprains, fractures, surgery, damage to blood vessels or nerves, and cerebral lesions. And whereas not a rare disorder, all age groups are susceptible to RSDS, although it is more common in individuals between the ages of 40 and 60, particularly women, and in children it is often misdiagnosed as a psychiatric condition. And whereas while treatment of and cure for RSDS is complex, early recognition and proper management may lead to the prevention of a crippling condition. And whereas the North Florida RSD CRPS support group and the internet website rsdcare.org was founded by Jacksonville resident Tanya Key, a victim of RSDS, with the goal of increasing awareness of RSDS and focusing on more positive ways of dealing with this disease. Now, therefore, be it resolved by this House of Representatives of the state of Florida that the House of Representatives designates the month of August 2004 as Reflex Sympathetic Dystrophy Syndrome Month in Florida, urges all residents of the state to gain a better understanding of the symptoms associated with this disease and the ever-present struggles endured by RSDS sufferers. Okay. All right, this is policy statement. I just want to make sure that you guys are still here and everybody's. Let me see here. Okay, hi guys. Let's see. Everybody still good here? All right, very good. Okay, so we're going to keep on going through this and seeing. There's a few more of the defense exhibits. So this is from Dieter Jacqueline to Beata and a CC to Diana Shepler. The subject is tutoring. Now this is the email that supposedly threw Maya into such a state, okay? And this was mentioned multiple times in the trial, right? Dear Mr. and Mrs. Kowalski, as you already know, let me make this bigger. Mrs. Shepler and I are thrilled that the county has changed their stance on allowing Maya to be home health bound again this year. While waiting for the official paperwork to go through, we would like to continue to tutor Maya as we have since the beginning of the year. Currently, it looks like Mondays and Thursdays will be working for us again. So if it's okay with you, I'd like to come on Monday, 4 o'clock, and Mrs. Shepler would like to come there again on Thursday. Please let us know if any of the dates Maya will not be able to be tutored. Mrs. Kowalski mentioned Maya needing treatments again in the near future. Could you please share those dates with us? Super excited that we will be able to teach Maya again this year. Enjoy your weekend. This was a good email, but then there was something that came after that, right? Okay, so this was one. Back here. 2. Hi Kim, you say, I'm running behind. They twisted stuff all up and there were 2 sets of photos Jack noted at. Julie says, wait, CB said, Kathy Beatty said, I know I'm not your mother, but I will comfort you is different than saying she wanted to be her mother. Oh, of course. Of course. Okay, horse is a horse, of course, so much. The horse is of course. Okay, so let me get to where are we? Back to, this was exhibit, let me just get this one. This was exhibit, what was our number here? 2408 1675. 2408 1675. And that's right here. So our next one is right here. Okay, and this is another defense. Let me flip this. Naturalization. And this is from when? Female, 5'3", married. Country of former nationality at Chicago, Illinois, Poland. July 9th, 1996. Okay, and let's go. Okay, this is Beata's death certificate, Bureau of Vital Statistics, married, surviving spouse, Jack. That's redacted, cause of death and injury information. Okay, and next up, That was issued March 2nd. And date of death found January 6th of 2017. And that was, let me just get the number on that. 2419. Okay, so that means we're going over here. All right. From Fernando Cantu, Dr. Cantu. Dr. Cantu. Okay, to Beata about Maya's trip. Hello, Beata. I saw your email booking the flights to come to Mexico. Looking forward to meeting you and Maya. I have been in touch with Sarah and Jess. Those are the mentioned that. So I know about you and Maya. Sarah is arranging your hotel, and my plan is to see you on Friday to evaluate your daughter. I will let you know Friday morning the time for that. Thank you for asking about the deposit. Please find attached all the banking information that you require. And any other questions, please do not hesitate to send me an email. Otherwise, looking forward to meeting you both. From November 9th of 2015. Okay. All right. That was 2408-1436. So that will be, let's see. Next one right here. From Jacqueline Deter to Beata. Beata, I'm good. It's a very busy time of the year, but good. I tutored Maya yesterday. I'm making it up there about twice a week, which is good. She is rather preoccupied and seems to be struggling with keeping up with schoolwork. It will be good when she is back home and we can keep her on track with homework and classwork. Here is the new letter. Been praying for your family. Please be aware. Okay, so the new letter, and let's see. Wait, 2. All right. 11/9/2016. On 11/2/2016 at 12:44 p.m., I, Robert Rhines, received a phone call from Pat Cazzetto from the Department of Children and Family Services. The phone call lasted 12 minutes. Pat stated that she was calling me to see if I would be interested in being a supervisor of visits between Kyle Kowalski, Kyle Kowalski, and Maya Kowalski. I advised Pat that yes, I would, and that according to Krista Thurber from DCFS, I was already approved. Pat seemed surprised by this and said that there is no record of me being approved. I informed her of the events of 10/21/2016 when Krista called me and advised me that her legal department had told her to call me and let me know that my background investigation checked out and that I was approved as a supervisor. But then later that night, Krista informed me the hospital staff did not want me to do it. I told Pat that I was not pleased with that because the hospital staff should not have any say in who does the supervised visits. Pat stated that they should not and that it should be solely up to the state to make the decision. Pat advised me that she is not sure why Krista did not document any of this, but she would get to the bottom of it. Pat stated that Krista is back now, implying that she was away and that she was going to talk to her. Pat asked how often I visit the Kowalski home and what I thought. I told her that I had visited at least once a week and that it was the most loving family you will find. I stated that Jack is the best father that I have ever known and that these allegations of abuse or neglect are absolutely ridiculous and untrue. I told Pat that this case needs to be assigned to one caseworker so it can be closed down as soon as possible. I stated that it appears that DCFS is passing this case off to numerous people and that the Kowalski family is suffering from that with undue stress and a huge financial burden. Pat stated that she agrees and that they do need to get this case closed. I told her that it is not fair for anybody, especially Maya, to be kept from family members who love her. I reiterated that there is no abuse or neglect and that they are wrong. Pat stated that I am right, that this needs to be resolved, and that alone, with their short staffing, not being allowed to work overtime, and not being allowed to work weekends is the reason that she is trying to get others approved to do visitation. I asked Pat to please do some research and educate herself on RSD. I told her that the lack of knowledge on this disease by the hospital and DCFS is the problem here, and that Maya is suffering because of it. Pat stated that since Krista did not document anything, she would have to start on getting me approved, and that she should have done it. She should have it done in a couple of days. Okay. Is that 247? Okay. Okay, some may be hard to determine, so I will highlight several of them along with other things that she remembers. Catherine informed Maya that her mother, Beata, is getting mental treatment. Maya stated that Catherine had brought her to the chapel, placed Maya on her lap, and said, "I know I'm not your mom, but I will comfort you." Maya said Catherine kissed her on the cheek right after she started to ask her questions. Maya stated while having a supervised phone call with her mother, Catherine would roll her eyes along with making facial expressions while Beata was talking. We already went through this one. I don't know why they're putting this in here again, but there's no need to go over the same thing. Memos to memory incidents along with notes reference to Catherine Beatty, October 21st, 2016. During my visit with May, I'm sure that's Maya, supervised by Krista, she advised me that I will not be allowed to visit this weekend. She stated that the hospital will not allow it. She had stated that she will meet with Catherine Beatty and discuss it with her. When I seen Ms. Beatty just outside the room, she stated that my family is calling her and requesting to visit Maya. She informed me that she cannot talk to them due to HIPAA, and also Maya is not listed as a patient. While leaving after the visit, Krista stated that I will not be allowed to visit, and the hospital will not allow family members to do the supervised visits. October 27th of 2016, Catherine Beatty had questioned me if it would be okay to have Maya receive communion from the hospital chaplain. The chaplain came to visit Maya on 11/12/2016 to visit Maya. He had asked if she needed anything. She requested communion and was told he would have to check and see if he brought it and would come later today. November 12th, 2016, the females from the recreation center came into Maya's room and invited us to participate in the fall festival located on the rooftop terrace starting at 2:00 p.m. The kids were excited on attending. A woman named Barbara came in the room and informed me that we were unable to leave the room. The court order only states bedside visitation only. I requested that her and I go to the hallway and discuss the issue away from the children. We are not allowed to talk about this matter in their presence. I advised her that I have a copy of the order with me, and I went back to the room to get it. I read the order from the judge, Lee Hayworth, to see if I can find the visitation is at bedside. I could not find it, and read it again just to make sure I didn't miss it. I explained to Barbara that I was here yesterday under the new ruling and that I was allowed to take Maya down to the recreation center on the second floor and play games with other kids and the volunteers. When we entered the recreation center, they asked my name and entered it into the computer. Okay. Let's see here. 2380 001. Okay, so this must be, I would say, 2375. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Dear Mommy and Daddy, Kyle. Hello, it's Maya. Not doing the best, but I'm hanging in there. I miss you guys so much. You don't even know. I cried a ton whenever they mention your names, and still do with a breaking heart. I just wish I could see you guys again. I pray every day that I will. God knows that you guys didn't do a thing. I just wish that everyone else knew the same, but sadly I guess not. I don't know what to do. I guess the only thing that I could do is pray and wish. I really want you guys to come visit me. Our family together forever and ever. Oh, I love you guys so much and miss you guys. It breaks my heart not being with you all. Here's some kisses for you all. Love your sister for Kyle. Love your daughter for Mommy and Daddy. Kisses right here. Here's another copy of what we've already seen. That Maya wrote lies, telling me my mom was in therapy, saying I was in comas every week, telling me that my head is telling me I can't. Okay, and then it's just this other, I'm not even going to pull it over there because it's the same notes about the kill gator. Okay, and that other one is that note with the information for the attorney that Maya wrote. Okay, and let's see if this is anything. Employee health coverage. Something about their insurance. All right. 2. It's all redacted, that one. Okay. Let's see. All of the evidence, okay. Emergency Management Institute, that Jack Kowalski's been reaffirmed dedication in times of crisis with FEMA. I don't think that's anything that's like really great there, right? Okay, let's see what this is. Probably the income tax again, I think. Income tax again, I think. Alright, let's see here. It's all redacted. Okay, what's this about school? Alright, let's take a look at this. Maya, this is January 4th of 2017. Taylor Ranch, grade 5. Jacqueline Turt, special education. Okay, A is almost always. A is the best you could have, and N is never. So pays attention, almost always. Communicates clearly, almost always. Transitions well, almost always. Is overly active, never. Congratulates others when good things happen to them, often. Argues when denied her own way, never. Reads, often. Is fearful, never. Does strange things, never. Is overly aggressive, never. Has trouble keeping hands or feet to self, never. Says nobody likes me, never. Falls down or trips over things easily, never. Is easily distracted, never. Is easily stressed, sometimes. Isolates self from others, never. Finds ways to solve problems, always. Plans well, always. Says please and thank you, always. Refuses advice, never. Listens carefully, always. Is unclear when presenting ideas, never. Gets into trouble, never. Is easy to please, always. Is usually chosen as a leader, sometimes. Has panic attacks, never. Eats things that are non-food, never. Has reading problems, never. Is overly emotional, never. Speaks out of turn during class, never. Accepts people who are different from his or herself, always. Has difficulty explaining rules of the game to others, never. Has trouble staying seated, never. Complains of pain, often. Deceives others, never. Spreads rumors about others, never. Refuses to talk, never. Adjusts well to change in routine, always. Tracks down information when needed, always. Disrupts the schoolwork of other children, never. Works well under pressure, often. Accepts things as they are, always. Sneaks around, never. Performs poorly on school assignments, never. Offers help to other children that wasn't even answered. Finds fault with everything, never. Recovers quickly after a setback, always. Uses others' things without permission, never. Is creative, often. Seems out of touch with reality, never. Overreacts to stressful situations, never. Annoys others on purpose, never. Has short attention span, never. Is nervous, sometimes. Demonstrates critical thinking skills, always. Is afraid of getting sick, sometimes. Puts others down, never. Gives good suggestions for solving problems, often. Adjusts well to new teachers, always. Is clear when telling about personal experiences, always. Threatens to hurt others, never. Has trouble making new friends, never. Acts strangely, never. Listens to directions, always. Loses control when angry, never. Engages in repetitive movements, never. Okay, this can go on and on. Loves to interact with other students, very positive and helpful. Student's name, Maya. Maya has not attended school all year. How does the student perform? Math, A, excellent. Science, A, excellent. Does the student complete assignments in time? Yes, unless she's very sick. Does the student have difficulty staying on task? No. What are the student's best subjects? Math and science. What are the students' strengths? Organized, thorough. In what situations does the student display those strengths? Homework, math, and science journal. View of the student's family. For the past 1.5 years, they've had to contact 2 to 4 hours a week tutoring. Are you aware of any family problems that are impacting the student's performance being apart from the parent's family? Okay. What expectations do you have for the student to complete all work given? What concerns do you have about the student finishing her work on time that she does not have a teacher assigned to her at this time? What specific problem areas are the most concern for you that she does not have a teacher assigned to her at this time? I am Maya's math and science teacher. Okay. Okay. Beata, associate in applied science. Okay, community college. All right. Totally redacted. All right. Exhibit. This is named below, has met all the requirements, the laws, rules of Florida, Department of Health. Okay, hang on for 1 minute. I'm going to go back to the chat. Here we go. Okay, so let's see. Rando, no. One doctor. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Kim's saying, Julie, yes. And she did not meet it. Look at how many doctors diagnosed conversion disorder. And some of those were experts in CRPS. Rando, hi Rando, says she never had temperature changes, never had swelling. It doesn't stay that way. It is constantly changing. I don't know much about her because it is too tough to watch being too closely related. K-Rox, hi K-Rox. Kim Young, Julie W. says Kim Young, and there is no such thing as a CRPS lesion. There are lesions with poor wound healing. Kim says, Rando, no. One doctor during the trial said she did have temperature changes, but he did not document anything about them. Her lesions were not the ulcer type of lesions that go along with it. Julie says, Rando, people with CRPS can have temperature changes in the affected limb. Kim says, Rando, the other part about this case is that for people like you who truly do have it and have the symptoms, it must be difficult. Rando says, I have had CRPS since 2008 when I was hit by a bus. Julie says, Kim, you know the old saying, not charted, not done. Kim says, Julie, yes. Kim says, Rando, I'm so happy you've come in here and are discussing this case. It is important. Okay, let's see. And then Kim says, Rando, does it ever spread to your arms? Do you get headaches? Are you in a wheelchair? If these are too personal, you don't have to answer. Julie says, Rando, oh, that's horrible. I'm so sorry. Yes, I'm sorry too, Rando. That is horrible. Kim says, Rando, have you tried ketamine? Has it ever been suggested that you get put into a ketamine coma? How are you treating it? And what helps you? Okay, hold on a minute because I just have to, lower this heat because I feel like I'm in a sauna. And I'm going to... get something, so just hang on for a second. I have to have a little something. Oh my gosh, I am in pain. Okay. Well, let's see what's going on here. Okay, so has Rando answered yet? Not yet. Well, I'm in top chat, not live chat. Okay. Hello, Kevin. Hello, a heart made wise. I don't see a heart made wise, but hello. Hello, Deborah. I have to have an orange because I feel like I'm in a sauna. Okay. Julie, I felt for him. It's a disgrace that people who have it, if this is ever went to trial. What happened? Rando was fake? One positive thing it did bring attention to. Wait a minute. It is a disgrace for the people who have it that this ever went to trial. The one positive is that it did bring attention to it, but it also brought attention to Munchausen's by proxy. No, Rando's back here. I do the back-to-backs, then upkeep. Ugh. You fell for who? I'm lost. She means feel. Oh, I'm sorry. 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 I'm still peeling this orange. I'm trying to interact with you guys here. So Rando said, I'm in and volunteer a plethora of CRPS support groups and volunteer with my doctors to talk to any patient who needs support. So let me see, because I missed what Rando said about the ketamine. Back-to-backs for weeks. Kim, I was diagnosed so many years ago. We did everything. I didn't start infusions until 2 years ago. So you used the ketamine? What state are you in, Rando? Okay, so Kim says, thank you for answering. So I don't know if you're aware, she went to Mexico for a ketamine coma only 4 months after being diagnosed. 4 months. I'm done. Okay, I'm sorry. I'd had to have something. Randy, thank you for all you do. Now hold on. I'm going to go over here and close up some of these. I'm going to go. I needed something to wake up. I was falling asleep with this sauna and whatnot. And let me do something that I have to do because all right, let me go back over here. Let's see where we were. All right. 12:06, 12:06. FEMA thing again for Jack. We don't need that. This looks like this is going to be more income tax stuff. That one, 33. Let's see what 36 is. This was filed. Plaintiffs, Jack Kowalski. Okay, let's see. Plaintiff's counsel explained the issue to the court. Let's see here. Up below. See, what are you doing, Sarah? I got back to the hotel and found that the boxes in questions were transported with the exhibits picked up from court and our file boxes back to office in Tampa. I have asked that they be returned, and that is being arranged. Please have Nick call me to further discuss. I do not have an ETA, but I do want to discuss the scope and purpose of this. Okay, let's see here. Hi, Howard. Yes, that might be an inventory. Okay. Talk to Mrs. Crowles. Okay. All right, let me see. Production of blue and black boxes, joint commission to compel and supplement to motion for sanctions. Order setting court date amended, requesting plaintiffs to respond. Okay, so I think we've gone through most everything that's in here so far. And let me just see here. When was this done? Notice of appeal. Okay, so 12/15 is also, that's the day I've got to go for my full body scan. Oh boy. So okay, all right, let's see now. Okay, to just answer an email. Sorry. All right, let me just go here. I just hope that I. Okay. Okay, I want to just see. What is it? Okay, it's 1. It's almost 2. No wonder I'm getting sleepy. And after reading all these documents, I'm just going to take a look at what's been going on, because I haven't even looked at anything else today. I did a DIY video, and then I did packing and shipping and everything else. Let's see. So let's see what's going on in the world out there for the headlines. Here we have a Catholic priest was killed in a rectory break-in at his Nebraska church. Wow. Okay. That's not good. Let's see what happened there. And you know, like, if anybody ever wants to come on, Kim, if you want to call in and discuss, I'd love to have you up on panel. You too. Anybody that's out there. Let me see here. Where they... John. I don't know what I just did with my thing here. For some reason, it is not. It's going like, I don't know what it's doing. Here it goes. Okay. A Roman Catholic priest in Nebraska was stabbed to death early Sunday morning by an Iowa man who broke into the rectory of his church. Father Stephen Gutgusel called 911 to report the break-in at around 5 a.m. Gutgusel was taken from St. John the Baptist Catholic Church in Fort Calhoun to Nebraska Medicine in Omaha, where he died of his injuries. Police say they found Kier L. Williams, 43, at the rectory when they arrived, and they charged him with homicide and use of a weapon to commit a felony. The Archdiocese of Omaha said in a statement that the church would be closed for the time being. And they said, and I quote, "Please join Archbishop George Lucas in prayer for the repose of Father Gutgusel, for his family, and for the St. John the Baptist parish community in this tragic time." Gutgusel was an associate pastor with the Archdiocese, splitting his time between the Fort Calhoun parish and the St. Francis Borgia in Blair. The priest pled guilty in 2007 to embezzling $127,000 from an area church, and he was sentenced to probation, ordered to pay restitution, and assigned to a different church. Earlier this year, Gutgusel's brother, also a priest, also pled guilty to theft charges. Police say they don't believe there's a connection between the embezzlement and the break-in at the rectory. Uh-oh. Okay, let's see what else we have. Oh, tomorrow isn't Mr. Adelson being sentenced? Let's check that out, shall we now? Let's see. Okay, sorry. I don't know. I'm feeling a little punchy. Charlie Adelson sentencing. Yes. Yes. Charlie will be sentenced on December 12th. Charlie. Okay, that's good. I wonder what Charlie's going to be like now that Mama's in jail. Mama's in jail, Charlie. And you're going to be heading out. Charlie. Let's see. Okay. So let's see what's going to happen. What time is Mr. Charlie going to be sentenced? What time is Mr. Charlie going to be sentenced? Let me go to one of my favorite sources here. Okay, let me see this now. What happened to this? Hang on. No, this is not what I wanted. Okay, let me see here. I don't know what happened to... This is what I need. Let's pick this, let me go to the Twitter page because... All right, this is what we want. So Donna, oh Donna, Donna has a hearing. Donna Sue Adelson is set to have a hearing, a motion hearing on 3:30 p.m. tomorrow. Okay, so Donna's going at 3:30. And when is Charlie going? Charlie. When are you going? Okay. Let's see. Oh boy. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Did I just think tomorrow's the 12th? Tomorrow's the 11th. So she's going on the 11th, but hold on, he's going on the 12th, right? So he's going on Tuesday. Is that what I just said? Why did I think tomorrow was the 12th? Let me see. Is that what I said about trolls? Oh, yes, December 12th. Why did I think that was tomorrow? Oh my gosh, stop, Carolyn. December 12th is not tomorrow. December 11th is tomorrow, is today. It's now. Dawn is going. We got to wait till Tuesday for Charles. Oh my goodness. Okay, so 3:30 p.m. Donnie Adelson. Donna Adelson. You say Adelson, I say Adelson. Let's call the whole thing off. Boy, don't they wish we could. Don't they wish we could call the whole thing off for them. Okay, well, I think I'm going to come back into the chat for a minute and see what's going on. Hi, Rando. Hi, Rando. Okay. Let me get rid of all that because I think it's time for word cookies, don't you? I think it's time for word cookies, and then we'll go to bed and we'll worry about Donna at around 3:30 tomorrow. I think that's good. If you guys could hit the thumbs up, that would be wonderful. To hit the thumbs up, always a great thing. Word cookie time. This is how we unwind. Hey, look at that. That's our new slogan. Word cookie time. This is how we unwind. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. What can I tell you? Trying to get my word cookies over here. Word cookies. Okay. Rando says, I don't discount anyone's pain, only say there are distinct differences in disease mechanism. And look at that one. Looky, 50. 50. Okay, let's do the daily. I never do the bake-off on the weekends. I don't know why. I just don't want to do ambush. I see ambush, which means we have bush, bash, mush, and mash. Okay. And ash. And bam. Ham. And ham, oopsie, and hum, and hums, and some, and sub, okay, and sham, okay, and I did it all myself. It's shake and bake, and I helped. Ha ha, 61. And that was an easy one. Let's see where I am, and I'm on the special level. Okay, let's see. Okay. Echo, that's a good one. Who said that? Beth. Okay, that's very good. Echo. Echo. It has to have an H in it, guys. Whatever word it is, it has to have an H in it. That's your trick, okay? It has to have an H. We're on the special level. Now we have all 5-letter words. Oh, hold on, I can stop the scrolling word. There's no trick. I can fix that. It's called a treat. Watch this. What? Da 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 da! She's a magician. And a poet. Okay. This is word cookies time. Time for, what did I say? This is word cookies time. This is the way we unwind. Okay. So, where are the H's? Where are the H's? Where are the H's? Yay, okay. I don't know. Bench. Bench. Yes, that has to be it. Come on. No, come on. Bench. Didn't want to let me go there. Nacho. Not your average. Bear. Yes, thank you, Heart Made Wise. Nacho. Bench. Bench. Bunch. Bocce. Banshee. Fancy. Fancy meeting you here. What is the bottom letter? There's an A and an N and a C. A C-A-N. C-A-N-H-B-O-E-E-B. I'm sorry. I'm not normally like this. I think I'm overtired. H-A-B-N-E-C-O. B E. No, it can't be. It has to begin with a B. See, it's between two B's. It has to begin with a B. An A or an E is the second letter. Or a C, but would never be a C. B A. Bahan. Behan. Behan. No, it can't be an O. No. Besh. B A. Bet you there. I'm sorry. Piano. It's the piano. No, it's an extra word, but good try. Because you have to have the H. Has to have an H in it. It has to have an H. 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 It begins with a B and it has to have an H. Oh, beach. How did we miss beach? Our favorite place. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. It's a beach. Hey, Rando, your name is here. Look at that. Your name is here. Rando, you came in here for the first time, and your name is here. Rando. Woohoo, Rando. Okay, let's see. Road. Pond. Road. Rand McNally. Rand McNally. Okay, darn the socks. Darn. Okay, anything else? Adorn. Okay, Beth. A-D. I'm falling asleep, Beth. Adorn. Let's finish this puzzle and then we all have to go to bed because we've got a big day. Dawn is going to court tomorrow. Then Charlie's going the next day. Big days. Big days. Pod. Okay, Rowan. Yeah, one more. Two more. Where's Kevin? He always likes to get the big word. Pandora. Just as I said it, I see it. There we go. Thank you, Kevin. And one more word. Good night, Kim. Have a good night, Kim. I'll see you tomorrow, I hope. Murder of crows! I thought you left us for good. I call for you every night during word cookies, and you never came, and here you are. Where did you go? Is that the avatar you always had? I don't remember the crow being there. I thought you had like something that was a little on the orange side. Is that really you, Murder of Crows? How could you abandon us? That wasn't very nice. I'm so glad you're back. Prod. That sounds like it's going to be good. And it's right. Where did you go? I've got to talk to Murder of Crows for a second. I thought they abandoned us. I even called you 3 times and everything. What happened? You've been busy? Oh, come on. Can you let us know at least next time? We'll play a special game because you came back. Okay, where's our guy? Our girl? What happened to our murder of crows? Okay, high 61, nigh, tint. High 61 says tint. Okay. Tight, high 61 says. That's tight. Right. Point. No. Nope. G-H-I. Into. I got it. Oh, you got it too, Beth. I don't know why. I swallowed a fly. I can't believe Murder Crows came back for one word and then won't talk to us anymore. It's not nice. Poet. Or, somebody said. Crept, somebody said. There's Murder of Crows with Crept and Heart Made Wise and Tour. High 61 Perk. Top Tour. Crop. High 61. I already got Tour. Tarip Shakur, that was the name of my dance recital when I was in high school. Port. Aha. Yes, Murder of Crows, high 61. Uh, Repo, I already tried. Toe. Okay, 2 more. Come on, Murder of Crows. Come on, we're doing this for you. Let's go. Please. Jet. I think that was... Okay, 1 more. Reject. I tried cert. Cope. Yes, thank you. Alright, Murder of Crows, please don't be a stranger. Everybody else, please don't be a stranger. I love you guys. God bless. Prayers for all. We'll see you tomorrow. I love you all. God bless. And be good. Bye now. I gotta find how to get you, me, and everyone you see. I don't know where I am this live. I gotta go back into YouTube Studio. Please hit the thumbs up on the way out. Thank you.